Greetings everyone, my name is Napoleon Complex, and today we'll be fighting the Battle of Anegawa, July 1570, from the perspective of the Oda. Okay, so as the Oda, we are in the pleasant position of, for once, having the bigger army. So here we are on this side. However, the Asai on this side are a lot stronger than our units in individual combat. The Asai-Asakura aren't too bad, but they have these armoured samurai and they will be able to tear most of my units apart. Still, I don't expect this side of the battle to be too difficult. Although most of our troops are Ashigaru, we do have some access to some powerful cavalry, and if I just pull back a little bit and give my troops some room, I think we should be okay here. What's much more worrying is on this flank. You can see that they have a much larger army here, mixed with Ashigaru and these armoured samurai, while I have, well, this, which I think even without me going into the details of the individual units, you can see visibly isn't a large force. So, we're going to have to play defense here while advancing aggressively on the right, and also what I probably want to do is take this back line and send it to help with this situation, which is what I intend to do immediately. So we're going to take this flank and just start shifting it as fast as it can towards the enemy's flank. As fast as it will go, really. In fact, what we can do is we'll take the right of our army, because they'll be able to move towards the situation more quickly than trying to turn off the entire army. So everything from this line onwards basically is just going to slice off in this direction. And I think the skirmishers in particular should be valuable for that. And let's think about how long it's going to take us to get into contact. That's what, about 3 turns marching? So, well, we do have a nice hill here, but I don't want to get fixated on the terrain. Let's start to pull to the right and bring our battle lines together. Skirmishers are matched by our enemy's own skirmishers, so we really do need to just get towards our allies. We're overmatched on this flank. I don't like these I don't like keeping massive reserves. I do like keeping some reserves, but not massive reserves. Get these troops forward and relevant to the battle. Okay, so with my right flank slicing off to confront the Oda, that does mean I have to do a little bit of rearrangement. Let's see, where are our best troops? Bring the samurai units forward to form a main battle line. We'll drop these units back. There, of course, the archers, of course, are going to fire from the back ranks. Let's see, I want the Ashigaru generally to go off towards the flanks of our army. And these guys can head for the extreme flanks. Let's see, we've got more Yari Samurai here. They'll slide into our battle line quite nicely from this angle. Keep them going that way. Cavalry. We'll have a concentrated cavalry strike from the right, I think. Okay. You're practically in the right position already, just pull back a little bit. Right, just start bringing the rest of these troops forward. We can worry about getting them into the exact position they need to be when they're in a more relevant position to the battle in the first place. Right, I don't think there's anything else for me to maneuver. Okay, next turn. Here come the early Ashigaru. And because the AI isn't forming up, they're just coming through in this loose formation. They should prove to be easy pickings. Of course, famous last words, and this line at the back is a bit more dangerous because it's unified. Of course, they are only Ashigaru at the end of the day. And they've got 1 unit of reserve Yari Samurai. Mounted samurai can be quite dangerous, especially since they've got large formations there. And units in this game move faster than in pike and shot. Ouch. So as the sun comes up, the Yumi samurai have unleashed a volley of arrows against me. So just let's see. Have I already got in position? Not much, to be honest. At least make the crossing oh, right, never mind. Okay. Well, this unit of Yumi samurai is advancing towards us, but I think I can get my shooty troops into position to start harassing them soon. I'll keep bringing those Yari samurai up. I'm not going to have the luxury of forming everything up in a nice pile here, just the way I like it. We're in a hurry. Must be something to do with command range. So yeah, these are the spear arm troops. I'd like them ideally to be a bit closer to the action. Well, these Ashigaru can be farther out. Really need to turn those guys. Right. They're going to advance 1, 2, 3, 4. We're in range whatever we do, whatever. Best to be closer to the archers and farther away from them, I guess. Keep advancing in this direction. And since the archers are becoming relevant, let's turn here. Okay. Now, as for the main battle, which is probably something I should be focusing on a bit more. Right, move in like this. You guys come in here. Okay. And let's see. Well, that's where the Yumi are supposed to be. Oh, right, I could have just turned them. Well, never mind. Let's just... Alright, fine. Move everyone to the side slightly. Move these skirmishers to where they can at least start to harass the enemy as they advance. Ugh. Okay, our cavalry are starting to form up. Okay, it's very rough in place, but a battle line is starting to come into focus. You guys are going to have to swing into the middle of the battlefield, and these guys are going to work as flank forces. Well, better them than my main force. One thing about Tenryu, the highest difficulty in this game, is it doesn't give the enemy a quality advantage. Ouch. There's Yumi Samurai looking very vulnerable even in the stream there. We have a good chance of losing our Honjin, which will cost us a lot of rout percentage. As expected, the enemy are starting to enter our range as well. Right. With that, I think we should be able to start opening fire on this unit. Right, we'll come back to that. Let's have a look at this situation here. Can I move to here and turn? Good. Because now if they try and move forward, they'll get blasted again. We can open fire on those armored samurai though. And can't say I really like the prospect of my Yari samurai getting charged by the stronger, heavy Yari samurai, but we do at least have some support here. Don't suppose there's a general nearby we can borrow? No, I think he's... I have no idea where the general for this group is actually. Well, we're just going to have to prepare for the charge regardless. And actually, never been one to mess around. Let's open up an attack here. Right. Right. Hit them again. See if we can cause them some casualties. And, oh good, I've got skirmishers, right. Bring these units forward, hit them again. It's still not enough to really influence the battle, but at least we're hurting them. Now they'll charge next turn, so there's nothing more to be said here. Bring this unit in front so that we've got some protection for these Yumi Ashigaru. They might charge my samurai, but they'd be very foolish to, because they're really not equipped for that fight. Bring this unit forward just so we can get our Yari Ashigaru into the position I want them to be in. Okay, and we'll bring the Yari Samurai up and forward. Okay, so they actually need to go further to the left. Skirmishers. And the Yari Samurai can be here. Right, start pushing the cap. Right, send the Ashigaru to give those early Teppo Ashigaru a bit of a rude awakening. I don't really care if they get shot at. But hold the cavalry back for the moment while the Ashigaru push that group back. I'll prepare a charge just for that purpose. And hold back just away from firepower. We do need to get across the river. Since the enemy are on a much shorter frontage, I don't care about spreading out as much anymore on the flanks. It's more important to get all our stabby and pointy things into the enemy. Now, as we were discussing this flank, well, they haven't actually got much over here. Right, move over to here. And continue to make life miserable for those Yumi Samurai. Okay. We can't turn very well because we're out of command range. That is going to make things a little bit awkward for us. Well, I'm not going to say... I'm not going to... Well, they've already decided to fire, stupidly, and if they stay there and fire again, they're going to get shot full of lead. So I'm quite happy to move into shooting range. So now they've hit them with everything under the sun, shoot them since they've been stupid enough to walk into our fire range. Just continue to casually glide into combat formation. Yes, it's very nice. They're in range. Can we turn? Good, blast them. And shoot them as well. These Yari Samurai need to get into a position where they're going to be relevant to the hand-to-hand combat that's so going to be hanging back. Keep the cavalry on... yeah. I'm not really sure what to do with that. Okay. They're trying to advance forward and I'm kind of swinging into their flanks. So hopefully I'll start to peel this flank off and then I can defeat it in detail. Next... Yeah, we know the story there. Next turn. I did absolutely nothing. Great job, lads. And they're starting to respond to the flank threat. Those cavalry are a bit of a menace. So if they're turning that way, I can bring my cavalry around, and that will allow me to confront the enemy's cavalry as they come towards us. Yeah, I'm worried about this massive group over here. They're swinging way out, they'll take ages to be relevant to the battle. Right, keep the skirmishers firing. However, let's see. Start to form up a battle line on this height. I actually want this unit of archers to fall back a little bit. I take it you're still just within range. But we can now start to form a battle line up on the heights. There's a bit more order and formality to it. We've got let's see. Push into position here. We've got these Ashigaru here, which are basically in reserve at this point. Start to pull them around. They should position themselves behind the lines. And what else are skirmishers for except to make elite units suffer? Blast those armoured units to Kingdom Come. Let's see. Keep this unit of cavalry back here for the minute. I don't really know what to do with these units yet. Oh my goodness, we still got more units coming. Right. See if we can cause a disruption. We've not had much luck with the cohesion tests so far. Just get away from this unit of fragmented troops, because they are just going to get shot down and there's not much I can do about it. We'll keep peppering the heavy samurai here. The river means fine. At least that gets them away. They're coming at us with Yari Ashigaru here. Well, bring our skirmishers forward into the battle. So you guys are supposed to form up like that, aren't you? Good. That means I can now form a battle line here. And as mentioned, now that we forced the enemy away, we're going to bring the cavalry forward. Give them the general, just because they're likely to make contact first. Unfortunately, I can't shoot my skirmishers this turn. I've mishandled them. I just push forward on the flank. I want to threaten them over here. Well, I suppose you can at least limp up. Oh, well, never mind. Whatever, okay, things are about to go wrong on this flank. What I will do is turn this unit this way. That way we can threaten their flanks if they don't decide to charge us here. So they do decide to go out. No, I don't really know what the value of that was. Next turn, I suppose. I'm not really happy with this. Now note that my losses must not exceed 37%, so we're expected to win this decisively. We should auto break them soon. We need to get out this fire trap. Great, they're kind of locking my skirmishers in here. Oh, thanks for driving. That gets us out of the trap. I'm guessing that, yeah, because of the zone of control, I can't actually exploit this and turn it into a flank attack. That's unfortunate, because we were excellently positioned for that. I've got this group bearing down on us over here. We've got a general's bodyguard there. That wait. No, because we're blocked here. Right. Since they are the danger, see if we can score a lucky disrupt. There we go. That's good. And now, since they're disrupted, even with the general in position, we should be able to cause them some grief. Engage here. We probably should have done that already. Okay. I'll hit them with archery as well. do that over here too. Move closer, don't get in the way of their escape route, because we're going to dodge them over here. Right, now is it worth engaging? Yeah. Honestly, for the moment, I'd rather move and threaten their flank here. Turn over here so we can cover the flank more easily. We've obviously disrupted them here, so can I get a flank attack out of this positioning fairly quickly? Not really, I think we'll just engage. And let's see, we've got the enemy at a disadvantage here to my surprise. I wonder why they're doing so badly. Oh, because we've got a general here. Right, hit them. We've got this unit ready to exploit the hole in the line. Prevent them from entering the stream, please. And now we can move our cavalry into a much more threatening position. Yes, I'm sure it's very nice. Right, just continue to move our forces forward. Guard the whole gap in the line here. Turn here so you can join this fight. Over on the other flank. They've almost routed, so one group of guns should be able to do it. Right, that's an auto break, exactly what we wanted. Since there's nothing threatening us, I think these archers can just continue to fire. Just move them out the way, that means I can bring my samurai into the front line. And we actually want to give these units an out. So this is a larger unit, it's going to be much harder to actually cause a disrupt here. Still going to try though. They just closed off my escape route. Thankfully I don't think they'll be able to charge here. But this is something we need to do something about. Keep them like this. Well, over here we're starting to face the enemy army as it comes on. So I don't really have a lot of room left for maneuver over here. Turn around so you can come over and help. Oh, and those guys just get the archers into a reasonably safe position then. Right. You can at least hurt the enemy cavalry. No. We'll take one good volley from them. Because our horse are weaker. Send the Asai-Asakura to help, although the spearmen aren't, these average spearmen aren't going to be of great help. I don't think there's anything more I can do. Nope, everyone's moved. 5%, we're ahead. And the pursuit's going to cause some issues. Thankfully, they stopped at their skirmishers. Continue to have some pretty ill luck and impact. Oh, right, they were raw. Should pay attention to things like that. Uh-oh. The cavalry could decide to charge us now. We're going downhill. A 2-on-1 might be enough to even things out here. Yeah, they decided to go after the Tepos. AI's been obliging enough to move their archers into melee range here. We had no, this was poor placement. I can't blame this luck on this. Good. Right. A follow-through charge would be dangerous. We would actually be winning that if we caught them. Right. Odds aren't great if we end up in a battle with their cavalry. And we've got reduced AC, so I don't get my free turn, which means I can't move there and then immediately flank. And we trap ourselves in melee if I attack there. What I think I'll do is I'll actually move past them and bring this cavalry unit in to block. Let's see, I've got my Asai-Asakura here. I'm principally interested in bringing up. The wisdom of this really depends on where we end up. Because I can potentially bring this unit in to block the enemy, except they've got reduced command and control now. That's just not a good idea. We'll bring this unit in because they should eventually be able to make a difference here. And that will give this unit a better chance of ending this battle quickly. Going to lie, they're kind of descending. Oh, right. Well, take that. Excellent, so we're now going to break them along this axis. Right, and I think because of the river they won't be able, except that no, they've got the archers there. Except that, yeah, I can move this unit in like this. And then I can bring this Yari Samurai, that will shield them. Bring them up like so. And I'm guessing what these units are. They're bringing up troops to threaten our archers, the cavalry. So we need to try and do some damage to them here. Okay, good, we've disrupted that unit. And they're now really weakened. So I think at this point, well, at least we can take the Melted Samurai into account now. Into less account now. Right. turn, we can possibly punch through the gap there. We're not likely to get a disruption against these units, so I'd rather punch into them in melee. What we can do a lot of damage to is this, because of the reduced command and control. I just do not have the ability to. Field of Glory would have given me an option to confirm that. I was trying to turn. Right, we could get hit and hopefully we'll just get driven back there. But that was a bad move. Just keep shooting them. We'll hit them here as well. And we're being faced down by heavy Ashigaru. What are our odds? Right, with some help, our troops might be able to even the score here. At least here, I'll charge down. And see, that might mean we can fight the heavy Ashigaru with 2 units. Now, there's some rough ground here which prevented me from moving in. And I'm not ignorant to the fact that these cavalry are probably going to round on my forces soon. Keep bringing in reinforcements. We need to kind of hold this section on the front. And continues to reinforce this area here. We are winning. That's unfortunate. I'm afraid they just ran straight into a flank attack. And a lot of my troops are running through and putting themselves in increasingly dangerous positions. Don't know what disrupted my mounted yet. Oh yeah, well never mind. Stupid idiots. I should have engaged both the units. So hanging back like that. They've now got a good chance of disrupting those Ashigaru before I can do anything about it. At least it drew off a fairly important unit of cavalry there. Finish them. Seriously? Finish them off. Turn on them. Right. Goodness, we've got all of this coming towards us here. They've rallied by the looks of things. Not close enough. And that's one of... Why can't we... They're also pursuing. Right. Because I can see a universe where we might get a flank attack here. Nope, that failed absolutely miserably. Hit these guys. And turn to keep them honest. Gonna try and pin these cavalry down. Okay. So if you can pivot around now. We've already kind of shot our bolts here. Right. Just hold still for the moment. What are our odds here? Not good, to my surprise. It's because they've got a general present. Okay. Fine. They are stubbornly refusing to break. Get them down to disrupted. And I'll move my Yari Samurai here around. I don't want to overcommit to attacking this sector. Just keep shooting them down or weaken them extensively. Now, since I forgot to actually deploy in battle here, do it. At least it gives us a chance. And hit them here as well. Hit them anywhere we can get a victory. As for my cavalry, we do have the height advantage here. It's fine, we can block them here. And just in case I've got something wrong with the movement rules, which is always a possibility. Bring these Yari Ashigaru to protect the back of our line, keep these cavalry honest. You guys keep distracting the Lancers. Okay. Anything that I've forgotten to shoot or move? I think that's the key point there. If we can move through here, we can potentially unlock something. Move to here, we can potentially flank this unit if it comes forward. I think that's it for the turn. Oh, we can move this unit as well. Right, next turn. Okay, those are our cavalry. Well done hanging on, those were raw spearmen. They're starting to break up. That's a large unit. They're going to count for a lot of rout percentage once they break. grinding them down. The longer that goes on, the better for us. We drove the Asai-Asakura back. That should allow me to get into their samurai here. Was that one of ours or one of theirs? Well, there's not a... Which... We can... Over on the right, my archers are now unsupported. We can't keep shooting down waves of heavily armoured samurai forever. I knew they'd get hit. Pretty much out on their own. It's hopefully an even fight. Yikes. Once again, hopefully they'll get pushed back. Amazingly, they didn't charge us. Keep in the stream. We need to protect ourselves against those cavalry. They'll break. We have hope for a disruption. I was hoping they'd drop back. Yes! Enemy general fallen. That was sheer luck. Continuing to grind that force down. Can't actually move there because they only broke off that turn. Okay, that's obviously a bad idea. We'll hit them here then. Good, and that allows me to turn and face them here. And because we're on the heights, we have the advantage. Well, let's see, we can cover our flanks here. How are things going at this point? Okay, we're losing, but we're not losing as badly now. I don't think those hand cannons have anywhere to go. Well, we should go into someone's flank here. Maybe not close enough. Why didn't they drop back? Hit them with missiles, and we still have the advantage to charge home. If we can distract their samurai, go for it. We're not at as much of a disadvantage as I thought we'd be here. I don't think we're actually in charge range of anything here either. Fall back. If they break, we can hopefully do something with that. We'll hit the only target we have available to us. Drop the... At least they're at the back where they're reasonably safe. Reduce command and control. We're winning at most of this front. It's just we've got a problem with these generals. If we can possibly get through the gap here, that would help. Move this unit into a position where it can exploit an opening if it arises here. Move towards this flank here, and yes, if we can get these troops around, then that will help us. Right, what about this flank? They are disrupted. See if you can catch them. No luck. Hello. Charge in here. Hope you don't lose an impact. Really? Okay. Goodbye. That should be almost the end of those mounted Yari Samurai. What about this situation here? I could try and prolong the lack of contact, but I'd have to pull back with 2 units and risk disruption with 2 units. I think we pretty much have to just pour fire into this unit for the minute. And I'll move, let's see, if we can move here I can threaten a flank drop. We'll need to engage here. Which means I pretty much have to turn like this because that means that they can't just charge into our flanks from this angle. But it means that my Yumi Samurai are going to get hit next turn by a charge. We'll need to hope that they drop back. Since they're disrupted, hit them here. Fell back, that's fine. These guys not doing anything. Hit them here. Just stay on station here. I don't want this fight to go quickly. If we lose it, they'll ram into our... Yes, that could go very badly wrong for us, so it's actually best that we hold our fire for the minute. Move around here, because I want the Yari Ashigaru to have room to continue to move up. And I'm missing the obvious, aren't I? Yes, they can turn around and threaten the rear here. Okay. I don't think there's anything else that's meaningful that I can do. Except for this. Fingers crossed we go into their flanks as a result of that. We have almost broken this flank. Pull back, you idiots! Good. A lot of their forces are disrupted now. It's too... That was the unit that we needed to hit. Oh, and look where they've gone! They're going to get... This unit's going to get rescued next. Amazingly, they didn't charge us, probably because of the flank threat. The cavalry did nothing but maim themselves. Right, that cavalry unit needs to be rescued. It's worth a lot of rout percentage. It could prolong the battle if it breaks. That was always a danger. Good. That was a bad one. There are 4 other units that could get panicked as a result of that. Right. Won't even need the flank attack. We weren't going to hang on forever. Why are they fragmented now? Oh yeah, because they were... I remember now, because they were fragmented before. Okay, so this unit, this whole part of our line is going to come apart. You guys should move away from that position. You guys, however, are on the river, so you're free to stay. What happened to disrupt this unit? Right. Charge into them. Use the fact that we've got the hell to our advantage. Oh, never mind. Didn't really achieve anything. Hit them with arrows and raw as well. And that's not likely to end well for us, is it? Charging there will just get us flanked. This flank is turned against us. Never mind, I'm not going to attack there then. Okay, it looks like once again it's going to come down to these 2 units to try and hold them up. Because this unit's going to break, so I can't move them up. Right, turn. We're going to intervene here if they do charge against us. So move this unit over to the side, ready to intervene. Right. I've got even more reserves coming up in this flank. Move up here, just so we've got something ready to engage. Disrupted them successfully there. Okay, that'll get me flanked from 2 directions. Right, this is where we had the disrupt happen. Can we bring anyone up to help with this situation? Not really. So they're very likely to fragment. So I'm not really sure that was necessary or even particularly helpful. Right. They're currently engaged in winning. Let's just hold our position for now while this continues to go in our favour. And I think with that we can hit the next turn button. Slowly shepherd these units back into the fight. If we can stand one more turn, we can hit the archers here. We're not too far away from the enemy command post. Okay, so we knew that part of our line was going to come undone. Good, that's fragmentation and a disruption here. And they've just opened up their flanks. It's dangerous. Because they can now attack our disrupted unit of raw Yari Ashigaru. I wonder if we can move past. Oh no, they can't! Because this, I think it was priority charge target rules might prevent them from doing that. And we'll get them with a flank attack here anyway. We're at 24% now. I only need to break a couple more units and we win. One of our generals just died. Good. That could not have come at a better time. We'll drop back. Okay. This entire section of the enemy army is now extremely vulnerable. Oh, bad choice of target. Unfortunately, that means they're not in any position to charge this turn. Right. Well, if you're charged in return, that's not so. We've got no. They only drop back this turn, so I've got no command and control here either. Let's just think about this because I don't want to get my troops into any unnecessary trouble. Just keep moving away. Keep shooting them. Don't let them get into contact. If they're stupid enough to overextend, we might be able to hit them in the flank. So you've got this unit here. Bring these units up. Let's see, bring these soldiers up. Because they can keep a lot of different troops honest. Yeah, I like that situation that's developing. Hit them. Fragmented. We'll be through this. So they just lost a flank attack on the much more valuable samurai. But we'll get them next. Get the flank. We'll get a flank attack at some point soon. Let's just can't charge here. I can begin to bring these units back into the field. And they are going for my command tent here, so we should probably try to do something about that. But I don't think they're going to be able to break my commander in time. Ah, this should be fun. Let's see if they're stupid enough to flank, just because I'm masking my Yari Samurai with the Teppos. Because if they charge here, we'll just flank them next turn. Charge in here, hit the archers hard. Let's see. Now we can hit them while they're in the water, because we're now starting to set up flank attacks. And we can now cruise right around their rear. And I can start to move into position here as well. Let's just get them into melt. Unless, of course, our Teppo Ashigaru fragment immediately. There's not a whole lot I can do about that. And most of this is just various units trundling along. As long as these guys keep themselves alive, they've pretty much done their job now. That's everything that's relevant. Next turn. We've got the 25%, now we just need 40% of the enemy army to be routed. I think they'll break next turn. Just look at the number of fragmented units. They're not going to stand another moment. We're coming back to face my cavalry. That was the breaking point. Oh, it's not over yet. Right. Since it's not over just yet, we basically need to make sure that we don't fall below 25% route difference. Tell them to pursue on. I don't want to trap in my cavalry by accident. And now we can go straight into the back of these engaged soldiers. No, can't really do anything to them this turn, but the next turn, that's a different matter. Move in here, just to make absolutely sure something is in range to pile into these guys. Okay. Keep shooting. And we can even start to move around to threaten their cavalry. There really isn't anything they can do to us here. Let's see. Our cavalry can evade, so I do have the option of whether or not to accept this fight. Nah. Let's just punch through. Oh goodness, we're going to hit them to here as well. That should thoroughly end the battle now. I'll move here to threaten the flank drop here. I know those cavalry are going to come towards us, so let's move over here. I'm going to ignore that fragmented unit for now, because these mounted samurai might somehow manage to make their way towards the back of this cavalry, since I've declined combat here. So we're just keeping them honest. I don't have a lot of good options when it comes to this very dangerous enemy unit. Except I can move to threaten their backs. So if they do decide to charge us, then we'll just hit them straight in the back immediately. Except this unit's disrupted, which means there could be a sudden collapse here. Right, to keep them safe, you're going to... Oh, you hate to see that. Okay, there's actually nothing I can do here. They are going to get flattened. Move out the way of that impending disaster, please. Alright, that's the one thing that went wrong for us this turn. I can live with that. We pushed them deep into the negatives now. This is why there was the massive jump in rout percentage. We crushed them here. Oh, and it's about to get even better. Did we get someone back though? Oh, I see, and 31% more than you have lost. But so right, because we had such a large advantage, we had to crush them. So the enemy will get one more turn to try and correct this. Goodness, we're just tearing straight through their army. We're within charge distance of that fragmented unit now. And they'll break next turn to push them even farther into the red. And they're not charging because of the flank hits over. And they were lucky enough to disengage with their lives. That's it. The enemy has lost heart. Right. So I managed to... Oh, forgot to actually end the battle there. We've won. I managed to win the battle as the Asai-Asakura, and the Oda are the victorious side. So it's honestly not a big surprise that this battle was a cakewalk. And we'll just quickly get the flank attack there. So next time, however, I'm going to be fighting the I'm going to be replaying the Battle of I forget the exact name, but it was basically a battle that Tokugawa lost pretty decisively. So that should be a real challenge. I've been Napoleon Complex. Thank you for watching this video. Please consider leaving a like and subscribe, and feel free to enjoy the rest of the battle as I mop this up. I wonder if they're about to charge. Okay, let them withdraw. Well, thank you for watching. If you've watched all the way to the end, farewell for now. I always forget the final statistics.